Bell rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for the 21st of the 7th, 2021. The time is just coming up to 0445, quarter to 5 in the morning, GMT. Asian session coming to a close, European session firing up, our lunchtime North American session. Right, just a quick announcement. It's a special day today for us, well for me. July the 21st is my 60th birthday, so there you go, just a bit of information for you. Anyway, so let's have a look at the modelling then. So Tuesday, yesterday the 20th, we had a positive opposed driver in the dollar at plus 105, front and back door flows mainly coming out the yen at minus 64, out the pound at minus 59, and the euro was the positive rock at plus 18. Activity plus or minus 1, 2, 3. Intra-week then becoming more relevant. This is from Monday the 19th, open to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a negative opposed driver in the pound at minus 449. Front and back door flows mainly going into the yen at plus 287, into the dollar at plus 189, and the euro is the negative rock at minus 27. Activity plus or minus 476. Intraday then, this is the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a negative driver in the pound, opposed driver in the pound at minus 37. Front and back door flows mainly going into the dollar at plus 33, into the yen at plus 7, and the euro is a negative rock at minus 3. Activity plus or minus 40. What's been knocking it about? Well, we've had AUD retail sales overnight, which came in negative. So we've got a very light day today now, so it's basically zero on the data of any relevance for us. Tomorrow, Thursday the 22nd, we've got the ECB rates decision, and Friday we've got German PMIs, manufacturing services, GBP PMIs, manufacturing services, and CAD retail sales. And the other thing of note, so we've had these negative AUD retail sales, but that's not surprising really. Australia's been in lockdown, and the lockdowns seem to be extending a little bit, so negative sentiment there for the AUD. Right, so let's have a look at the flows. Our trades have dirging around a bit. We are in profit. We're about 200 points in profit. Basically break even for us, but you know, we're selling the dollar and selling the New Zealand dollar, so we'll take it from there. Right, so let's have a look. So we've got euro. The euro is strong, except against the dollar and the Swiss. The yen is strong, except against the dollar and the Swiss. The pound is weak, except against the commodity currencies CAD, AUD, NZD. The Swiss is strong, except against the dollar, which is stronger. The CAD is weak, except against the AUD. The AUD is weak across the board. The NZD is weak, except against the AUD and the CAD, and the dollar is strong across the board. So what have we got? We've got dollar strength in the Asian session, and where are we? AUD weakness. Right, so let's get rid of that and have a look at the asset classes. Just start with the US dollar index. So US dollar index. What's been going on with that? Well, the US dollar index had a break and it's come back slightly. So it's pumped high basically, and it's just come off a little bit. Gold normally doesn't like a strong dollar. Gold has come back and it's 0.45 from the high. Oil had this big break and it's now back pretty much at the break point, and it's 0.37 from the floor. So oil's come right off after that OPEC announcement that they're going to pump in August. Wall Street had this double top. It came back, it's come off a little bit, it's 0.33 from the high. S&P had this break, it came off, it's come back a little bit, it's 0.20 from the high. Tech, likewise, break, and it's come back, it's the same, 0.20 from the high. US 10-year, which is the bond, where are we? Basically it's had this break, this is the price, so yields came off, they've come back very slightly, and the Bund, which is the German European equivalent, basically had this break again and it's come off slightly, so it's bond prices are basically charged up, yields have come off and they've just tempered off a little bit. And don't forget we're going into the ECB rates decision tomorrow. So copper basically is chopping and is 0.33 from the floor, and US steel is basically it broke and it's near the floor basically, having been very weak. So that's let's just polish off what we're talking about. So as I said, we've had yet more negative sentiment on the AUD. The New Zealand side of it is staying a bit muted. Normally New Zealand likes to say how great they are, but let's have a look. So we're short USD dollar against euro, pound and the AUD, and we're short NZD against euro, pound, CAD and AUD. Right, so we've got the ECB coming out on Thursday. We've had negative data, retail data, and negative sentiment on the AUD. So that's there as well. Oil prices have come off significantly on the CAD transmission, and so that's the ECB there. Right, so and the dollar's pumped. The flows are suggesting. Where are we? Let's have a look. Right, so the intra-week flows. Then we've got the dollar negative, the pound negatively driving. Sorry, and the yen strength is coming off. It looks like they're sort of trying to have another go up on equities. But it's obviously we're right up there near the highs and the market's very twitchy about it. Right, so what do we think is going to happen then? So we've got this AUD NZD situation, and in theory that should have been dropping off a cliff towards the lows, which are about 500 points down, but it's held very steady. It's sort of dirging now, it's dirging down, but it's pretty steady on its position really. So as you know, we're trying to be scaling to long AUD and ZD. It's just a case of picking the right moment really. It's vulnerable at the moment, but we'll see. So we're still at the minimums on that. So you've got this ECB and you've got dollar strength. So the euro is quite vulnerable to a good pump up. So if you're short the euro, it may be time to think about it. But anyway, we're long the euro against the dollar. but that's a side issue. We're taking a much longer view. So generally it's a mix. We don't really know what's going to happen in the next few days because of it's just gone into this sort of dirge mix. But our core ideas and positions haven't changed, and we're looking to scale on the Aud Nzd and probably the pound dollar, long pound dollar. So which has had a really good pasting. So hope that was useful. Thank you for watching. See you again tomorrow.